Top of the evening to you. Ah, America. What a country. 'Tis a grand place. Who would have thought so many cultures could mesh together into one fabric? I am an American. Ian McMullen. I sound Irish, do I? Aye, that's because I come from a long line of stubborn Irishmen. And how did I end up here, you're probably asking? Now there's a story. As I remember it, times were so bad in Ireland that a crust of bread was hard to come by as gold, don't you know? God loved Ireland, but there was nothing for us there. So just like thousands of others, we made our way to America. And not just the Irish, there were Jews fleeing Russia, Italians, Germans, Spaniards, Czechs. Well, I think you get the idea. Perhaps your family story is among these. Ours began here, on the docks of Liverpool, one cold morning in the year of our Lord, 1916.
You buzzards, get up! The sun's already high in the sky!
Move your sorry highs before the boss finds us sleeping the day away, and with the full load shipping out.
Look at you, the passenger coming. Get up or throw out to sea!
Blimey, Finn! Get up if you can. Give me a hand. Give me a hand. Go. Come on. This ought to bring him to his senses. You doing okay, buddy? Huh? He's waking up.
What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? Early in the morning. Hey ho, up she rises. Hey ho, up she rises. Hey ho, up she rises. Early in the morning.
Got it good.
Tell him, boys!
You want a job? Working dawn till dusk, slaving dawn till dusk for a pittance. You want a house, 12 people to a room, crammed into a place called a tenement. I'll grant you that religion is a choice left to you. It's your life. America is free. Worship who you want. The promises are yours for the taking.
Going to America, my family and me. My uncle, he does business there. I'll work for him, you see. We'll have the latest convenience and electricity. It's modern in America, you see.
You have somebody to carry your baggage, no? Capiche?
We'll see to it forthwith, Mom. Capiche? They didn't tell me the Queen was sailing today. Look.
I don't want to stay behind. I want to go with you, please, Mama.
Shh! Hush now. Promise me you'll be strong.
Poor Jimmy is staying behind now. A tragedy, 'tis true. Don't cry, dear ones. God will see us through. He'll stay with Cousin Katie until his eyes grow clear. But we must go, there's nothing for us here. There's a home for us in America, a home for us, 'tis true.
Now you listen to your mum. You'll be coming on the next boat. You have my word on it, laddie. Cousin Katie will look after you.
Goodbye, Timmy. Don't be so sad now. We'll save a spot for you in America.
You should be glad you're not up here, Timmy. It smells worse than rotting cabbage. So many cattle packed together.
Ian McMullen, I'll box your ear, sure enough. You'll not be offending the other passengers on this boat. You keep your words to yourself, young man.
Ah, me blessed mother. She had her hands full the likes of me. Course, I've much improved with age, if I do say so myself.
Our belongings have been sold to reach the promised land. The past is left behind, just a memory. I hope to make a way for my family with freedom and opportunity.
Careful with that one, Avram.
Sarah, what is in this dirty, filthy bag? Speak, Sarah, what?
I knew they wouldn't take these from me. I had to have a piece of the old country. It wasn't that heavy.
What is in the bag?
Only dirt.
Dirt? We leave behind all our earthly treasures. We select carefully great-grandmother's wedding ring, some shoes that still have some life left in them, the Hanukkah menorah, but this wife of Avram, the wife you gave me, she brings dirt? Oh, don't cry, woman. We shall get some seeds for your garden. Now, let's go, children. Let's grab your things.
There's a penny right there. There's a penny. You found it. You found it.
Will flare, hearts will despair. The journey itself will be your test.
Hoist the plank!
People will die, babies will cry. We wish you Godspeed, you'll need it.
Anchor the way!
There we were, my family and me, and hundreds of other people, all packed like sardines into the bowels of the ship. Now, I'll admit, I've been known to add a little colour to me stories from time to time, just to liven things up a bit. But as God is my witness, it was nothing short of horrible. When the waves started tossing us, it seemed like we jumped out of the frying pan right into the fire.
than a storm that hit us off Nottingham Point last year when half the town was washed right out to sea.
Oh, no, you'll be cursing us.
Mama, someone said they saw the banshees off the side of the boat. Are we going to die then?
No, lies. This too shall pass. We'll be right as rain, you'll see.
Oh, so soon.
Two white clouds followed by a black. It was an evil omen, I tell you. I've seen it before. The year of the drought. Remember the drought of Rome?
Woman, this is not a drought.
We are doomed. Would that we had perished in the old country where at least the world wasn't rocking up and down, up and down.
Sylvia, get below the deck and it's a word.
Brother Joseph, it smells to a heaven down there. The children are faithy. I have not had a bath. Our trunk she's been stolen. There is vomit on the floor and I have lost the one shoe. Why did you take me away from my home in Caltanissetta?
Your home in Caltanissetta, where your brother, he was dragged out into the street and murdered. There is nothing for us there. We go to a new land.
If you say one more word about this new land, this land of cowboys and Indians, I will throw you overboard myself. Now you get us some decent food and you find my shoe.
You will not tell me, the head of this household, what to do. Now you, get them below the deck. Go!
I am going to give you a beating today.
You have not beaten me yet. What makes you think you will now?
Today will be the day.
Yes, it would be the first time.
Come here, you no good, Nick. I tell you to stay away. Now look at what you do. You knock over my game.
I'm sorry, mister. It was an accident.
My pieces, they fall overboard. You're gonna pay for this.
I said I was sorry.
Who is your father? I will find him and take care of this once and for all. Now tell me, where is he?
My father's below, sick in bed, coughing. Told me to get some fresh air and keep my brothers busy. I didn't mean to knock your game.
Well, but you did. And what are we to do now, hour after hour, on this wretched boat?
Mother says before you know it, we'll be sailing into New York Harbor. And this journey will be but a memory.
Oh, you tell your mama that you will be but a memory if I see you one more time on this journey. Now, do you understand me? Get out of my sight!
I think it's time for a little diversion. I brought my flute. Should I play?
Play.
The journey went on and on and on till we thought we'd be going mad. The food was rotten, it was. The water was nearly gone. Many were sick and someone even died. When I thought I could take no more, I heard a young lass singing, sweet as a bird. It was a foggy morning and I went up on deck to get some air. And there she was, leaning over the rail, the wind seeming to answer her.
I saw her. Come. You must come. I saw her. Hurry.
You saw who? Now get out of my space! If you come back here again, I'll make this life miserable for you.
But it's her.
Stop!
I saw her. The lady.
Don't care what you saw. Get out of my condescension. I'll trash you like Christmas turkey.
There you are, dear lady. They said you would be waiting. I knew you would be beautiful.
By the grace of God Almighty, we arrived. We would do a fine reception if you ask me. But God help us, we had to pass inspection at Ellis Island. Oh, how the name struck fear in our hearts. After that long journey, we could have been turned away by a fever, or a limp, or even tired red eyes. And some of us were. Me poor Da, he came down with a wretched cough. Coughing up blood he was. Lord, how we prayed.
Welcome to New York City. First-class passengers, disembark to the center line, please. Your baggage will be collected and waiting for you in customs. Steerage passengers, if you need a translator, get in the left line. Leute, die nicht Englisch sprechen, gehen Sie links.
How was your trip?
You want to hear how our trip was? I will tell you. My children, they are filthy. They have learned to curse in 3 languages, and our trunk, she was stolen. That was only the first week.
Organize these people.
Oh, sorry. How dreadful for you. Let's get you taken care of. May I please see your parents?
Let's see. I'll assume you all speak proper English. Have your papers, your documents ready. Your papers ready.
Find a translator for this family, please.
Where are you from?
Yes, Romania. Just next.
Currency exchange will be offered after
Can you open your mouth for me, next? Thank you. Taylor, anybody here had a cough? Any fever? Anything like that? How you guys doing? Good? How's the trip?
Welcome to New York City. First-class passengers, disembark to the center line, please.
So, how you feeling?
Collected and waiting for
Do you see my bones? No, I'm a healthy. I just want to get out of here.
Translator.
Say all.
Left line.
Ah.
All right, everything looks fine. Go to the next station.
Say all, man.
Hi, how are you?
Coffee?
Anybody been sick in your family? Okay. You guys all together here? All right, you're good.
If you speak English,
hello there. Can you open your mouth for me? Very good.
You know, what did you do in Russia?
Oh, my trade. I'm a teacher, but I can also work with my hands.
Yes, my husband, he can do anything. He can build things and he can cook.
I can cook.
Yes. Do you not remember the time I was sick? All the family came. You cooked everything. You made the finest borscht and kugels and potato linses. Such a good man, my Avram.
Disembark to the center line, please. Your baggage will be collected and waiting for you in customs.
Antonio!
Sylvia!
My brother!
God has brought you to the land!
Oh, it's good to see you, my brother. Look, I bring my family. Lots of children. This is good, no?
This is good! Yes. And your house, it is ready. And the servants are waiting your arrival. And Joseph, you will be working with me. You're going to love this American of mine. Let us go.
Well, the ship didn't kill us, and we made it out of customs in one piece. Surely things were looking up, and our hearts were warmed when we heard the blessed voice of a fellow Irishman. He would help us. God was smiling down on us.
Questionable characters here.
That's right. Welcome, folks. Welcome to New York City. You need a job? See me. If you can sell, I have a job guaranteed. Look no further. Right here for jobs. We'll train you. No experience necessary. I'll pay top wages for the entire family. Everyone will have to work to get a head start in this new land. I'll employ you from the smallest to the oldest. Everyone works in America.
Even the little ones were smart.
It's good for them. Good for the whole family it is. You need every advantage to get ahead, you will.
Well, I don't. Emily, darling, I don't think that's right. Now,
Very well, then, if we must, let's come up with the wages.
Wages, okay. What would the wages be here in America?
Wages?
Yes, what would you be paying us?
Oh, I'm glad, yes.
Oh, good.
We'll be talking about that later, after we see what kind of work you can do.
What kind of work they can do? Come on, Sean. I know and you know that you're meaning to work them for a couple weeks and send them on their way without any pay at all. And all in the name of seeing what kind of work they can do?
Hey, I've no wish to fight you.
I will not have you getting a scrap on our very first day here in America, Patrick Douglas McMullen. And you, sir, you should be ashamed of yourself, you should. How could you do this? And to a fellow countryman? fly if I had you back on the shores of
She's
Ireland.
right, Sean. You have no right to be doing this to people. Don't you remember when you first came? I suppose you don't. If you did, you wouldn't be robbing people blind. Now pack up and off with you.
Curse you 100 times over, Catherine Morgan.
May God bless you 100 times over, Sean.
Like you don't have my shillelagh with me. That's right. Well, I don't know who you are, but you must be someone important here in America. My family and I were mighty grateful to you. Patrick McMullen's the name.
Catherine Morgan.
Oh, Catherine, fine to meet you here. This is my wife, Emily.
Nice to meet you.
My little son, Michael. And this is my older son, Ian. And my lovely daughter, Corleen.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you. I'd like to invite your family to come to my settlement house for a bite to eat and to plan for a real job.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
It's just this way.
It's this way. Come, let's go.
Lovely apartments to be had for a song. Why, everything in America is practically free. Line right up. I got contracts for one and all.
You hear, sir, it's practically free to live in America.
It's true.
They are right here on the street of Rome, ready to take care of us. No worries. What a country, this America.
That's right, little lady. Ready to move in today. All the comforts of home. We'll even take your baggage for you.
Our baggage is just over there. Avram, where are our things? Where did you put them?
They're just over here.
They are nowhere.
Our first day in America and everything is stolen.
Avram, my dirt. What about my dirt? That somebody else would be using my dirt.
Your dirt? I wish that it had only been your dirt, but our children have no clothes. We have no menorah for the Sabbath. Your grandmother's wedding ring, my father's portrait.
All the family memories. What a country, this cursed America.
Oh, what a pity. They didn't get your money, though, did they?
No, it's right here in my breast pocket.
Very well, then you may still sign this contract. I'll just need your money, of course. Up front.
I need to see what...
Sign right here, please.
Don't sign that. Here, let me see. Just as I thought. This is a year's lease at twice what this dump is worth. And it says here they can garnish your wages if you choose to move out early. Have you seen this place?
Oh, we've never seen this place.
It's not fit for rats.
Doggone it, Catherine Morgan. You can't keep doing this to an honest businessman.
You have no shame. You or the bosses that sent you. There isn't an honest bone in your body, Willie Myers.
They took our things.
Yes, they did.
What?
Where are their things, Willie?
I didn't
Where's
take the
Harvey?
things.
I know how you two work. Now you listen to me, Willie Myers, and you listen good. I want their things delivered intact to the settlement house in 1 hour, or you'll find yourself in prison again.
Oh, devil woman.
What a scene! Our first day in America nearly bamboozled, but saved by the wit and courage of Catherine Morgan, founder of the Hope Settlement House. She helped us, aye, and hundreds of others like us as well. What a woman of God! But what a task, trying to shine her brave light into the evil and dark slums of New York City. God was her help, I'll tell you.
Newspapers! Get newspapers! Sector! Go to it! Get her out of here! Get your newspaper! Get her out of here! Get your newspapers! Right here! Get your newspapers!
Please help me. I'll help myself. Please help me. I'll help myself. It's dog eat dog, cat chase mouse, live or die. We will survive. A paper star, I'll shine your shoes.
Miss O'Shaughnessy, you are too shirt-waist shy today. I'll be hiring someone more qualified than yourself if you don't pick up the pace. And tomorrow, you'll make extra to make up for it now.
All right, you are, Mr. Leary, but if you don't mind me saying, you're a mean old brute and smell like a rotten carcass. Not to mention, you're always 3 sheets to the wind.
And none too smart you are, old Mr. Leary. Ugly as sin you are.
Aye, the street Arabs as we called them. They were a tough lot, but they had to be. This was a life of poverty and broken dreams. The idea of America being a land of equal chances for all seemed but a fairy tale. As for our family, we lived in a 2-room tenement. Maybe I was in a closet back then. But we were lucky. My Uncle Tommy had been in America 10 years, and he was a New York City cop. He helped Dad find a job loading freight, and Mom began working in the laundry. Us kids all went to public school. Little by little, we began to put a penny by here and there. And things started to look up. The next step to becoming Americans was citizenship. Classes were offered at the Hope Settlement House.
I have another $1 put by, Patrick.
Oh, Emily, darling, you're a thrifty wife, you are. Before you know it, you'll have enough put aside to make a down payment on the very laundry in which you work.
Oh, and in the laundry? Patrick, don't be teasing me.
Oh, no, Mr. Thompson, he wants to be rid of the whole kit and caboodle, don't you know? He's getting so old that there's no son to take over for him. Besides, Emily, it's America.
Hasn't that been the case, Patrick? What do you think about taking some citizenship classes with Mrs. Morgan? All the men are doing it.
Oh, you know, I'm not one much for studying now.
Oh, Patrick, you have a fine head on your shoulders. There's not much on it these days, but don't let anyone tell you different. You'll be the smartest one there, mark my words.
Oh, now you're teasing me, you are.
Just try it. One time, Patty Matty, my little leprechaun. I'll fix you a nice apple pudding pie.
Oh, Emily McMillan, you're a cruel woman, a cruel woman.
Joseph, caro mio, I was thinking, for the sake of the children, is it maybe time for you to become a citizen?
Our children have a clothes, a food, a lovely home, private school, musical lessons, and singing classes. For what do they need that they don't already have? What do I need the citizenship?
If you want to succeed in your new country, you must become a citizen.
I don't want to get involved in the politics. It was for the politics we left Italy. It was for the politics your brother, he was killed.
No. It is not the politics to become a citizen. Besides, in America, they don't shoot the people for politics here.
I'm busy.
What about the children? For the sake of the children. All of the other children in the school, even the poor children, their papas have become a citizen. You not want this for our children?
What must I do to become a citizen?
Not to worry, caro mio. I sign you up for a class.
You sign me up?
Tomorrow, at a Hope Settlement House.
What am I gonna do with you, Mamma Mia? You signing me up? You signing me up?
Come, children, come. Come and kiss your papa, who will soon become an American citizen.
Avram, did you know that Yaakov from the butcher shop got his citizenship already?
Oh, good for Yaakov.
Avram, how long will we be here without being real citizens?
Sarah, I have all my students' papers to mark. I have to prepare them for exams which are 2 weeks away. I have repairs on this home of ours whenever I have time for these silly classes.
You are right, Avram. You have no time for such foolishness. And those classes, better leave those difficult classes to the butcher, even the baker, even the milkman. Oh, but not the teacher. God forbid.
Oh, I see. You're working me like a piece of material, trying to shame me into these silly classes.
You are right again, Avram. Who wants to be American citizens? We should go back to the old country. Come, I will help you pack. Children, we are leaving. Pack up all of your things. There is nothing for us in America. Never mind that we have a home, jobs, Hebrew school for the children. We are foreigners. The butcher Yaakov, he is a citizen. Let him stay in America and be free to worship God Almighty and send his children to Hebrew school.
No, Mama. I like America. Papa, please do the thing. Be a citizen.
A dripping faucet I would rather have than a nagging wife.
But you'll go to the classes, Avram?
What time are the classes?
I love you, my husband.
Oh, yes.
Such a good man.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome! Tonight we will begin a series of classes preparing you for American citizenship. We'll study our country's history, the Bill of Rights, and the Constitution. You'll learn both your privileges and responsibilities as citizens of this great country.
To win a fly on that wall. Mrs. Morgan trudged through over 100 years of history with her reluctant students. Finally, the day came for the last review, before they were all tested and sworn in as citizens. I suppose it was only natural they were all a bit nervous.
All right, I will quiz you on a few items before your test. Can anyone tell me one of the rights you will have as a new citizen?
I know.
Mr. Silvestro?
The freedom of speech. That means I can say anything I want and I don't get the shot.
Yes, good. Anyone else?
We have the right to worship God any way we choose.
Very good. Anyone else? Mr. McMullen?
Let's see now. That, of course, would be the right to vote for any king you choose.
Listen to you kings in America since when?
Vote for me. I will be your king.
Oh, Saint Preserve us. I just meant leader. The guy we, leader.
The president, I said.
That's it. It was on the tip of me tongue.
We vote for presidents, senators, and laws. As citizens, we vote for many things.
See, there you go. I was about to say that myself. If this room full of know-it-alls had only given me but a moment.
A moment? We should all live so long for this Irishman to figure out this America.
Can anyone tell me what was the cause of the Civil War?
I will tell you. It was when the cowboys and the Indians, they throw all of the tea into the Boston Ocean, and that's what caused the war.
Oh, no, Saint preserve us. Even I know it was George Washington who freed the slaves. And the servants too, God bless him. If you ask me, it was the rich that caused the Civil War.
George Washington, you imbecile. Everybody knows it was Abraham Lincoln who's a meddling in everybody's business. How can a man run a household without a servant or a two?
Gentlemen, please have a seat. Let's review the facts one more time. America's first war was the Revolutionary War, and that is when the Boston Tea Party occurred.
Then there weren't any cowboys. You haven't seen any cowboys since I've been in New York.
Not now, you schlep. During the Civil War, everybody was a cowboy.
Can anyone name a patriot during the time of the Revolutionary War?
Oh, never mind.
I will tell you. Benjamin Franklin. A nice Jewish boy, no?
I don't think he was Jewish, Mr. Rabinovich.
This country was not yet run over with the Jews.
Overrun by the Jews! This country should be so lucky. The Gunniff Italians have made this country corrupted.
Gunniff Italians! Gunniff Italians!
Gentlemen!
What's a Gunniff
Gentlemen,
Italian?
please! Gentlemen, we still have the amendments to review. Can anyone tell me what the 8th Amendment guarantees? Mr. McMullen?
Well, you see now, the 8th Amendment, that of course would guarantee that you will not be subject to any cruel or unusual punishment, Mrs. Morgan, like I've been subject to this evening with this room full of idiots.
Gentlemen!
I have a mind to.
More than a century ago, America was founded on the promise of individual freedom. That freedom, though simple in concept, is difficult and costly to maintain. America is a wonderful land, a land of variety, a melting pot.
It's an Irish stew,
an Italian brew,
it's a Jewish hullabaloo,
American melting pot. With courage they fought, our freedom was bought. These are the things we've been taught.
It's a brand new trend. It's a place to find a new friend.
An American melting pot. With courage they fought, our freedom was bought. These are the things we've been taught.
An
American melting pot.
Long story made short, they all gained their citizenship. But it was my best friend's father, Mr. Abenovich, who had to take the test twice. Couldn't quite keep the Boston Tea Party out of the Civil War. Well, the weeks flew by, and it was drawing near to the time when we'd be celebrating the Holy Holidays, our first in America.
What's taking them so long?
Oh, they'll be along here any minute now.
Mother, do you think little Timmy has grown?
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Cousin Casey said Timmy nearly ate her out of house and home.
And his eyes are all better now, aren't they, Mother?
Of course they are, good willing.
I see them. Here they come.
Look what I found down at the docks. This little pup. Shall we keep him?
He's huge, of course. Oh, this is all the Christmas present I'll be needing.
Jimmy.
Look at him, how he's grown. Oh, my goodness gracious.
So big now. Mother, may I light the Christmas candle?
No, Michael, just the youngest who's supposed to light the candle. That'd be Timmy, don't you know?
Here, let's gather around here. I'll tell you the story of the Christmas candle. Long ago, when Mary and Joseph were making their way through the darkness to the stable in Bethlehem, now, it was just terrible dark. So each year, to kind of commemorate that, we place this candle in our window to light the way for those poor strangers making their way through a darkened world. And Timmy, this year it's your turn to light the candle. Well, because
I'm the youngest.
That's exactly it.
Children, panettone. Can you smell it?
Ah, me at first. I love a panettone.
It's better than that fish we had for dinner. I hate fish.
We always have a fish on a Christmas Eve.
Look at the presepio. She's so beautiful. It belongs to my mama.
And God to be a praise, she no break on the trip over.
It's perfect. Look at baby Jesus. Papa, I want to grow up to be a nun and live in the church with baby Jesus.
Oh, my Francesca.
Come up here.
Shauna, put the menorah there in the center.
I know, Mama. Papa, light the middle one.
Oh, and which of my children knows what the middle candle is called?
The shamish.
The shamish.
Oh, such a fun Yanko. Mark my words, he will be a rabbi.
And which of my children can tell me what shamash means?
It means servant.
Oh.
The shamash is the only candle that can be used to light the other candles.
That is because all the other candles remind us of the miracle of Hanukkah when God saved the Jews.
And how many candles do we light?
Papa, it is the first night. We light one, of course.
One, of
Only
course.
one, yes.
Only one. Please turn out the lights.
And then we thank God and we pray for peace.
And then we open our presents.
Only one.
Law, get off of my beat. And what are you doing with that cigar?
Newspaper, newspaper, get your first paper of the year, 1927, first paper of the year.
I've been chasing you up my beat for 10 years.
Well, 10 years flew by. Amazing things were happening on Orchard Street. Remember how me dad used to tease me mom about buying a laundry? Well, she did, and expanded it to a tailor shop, the scourge of my existence.
Boys, I said get washed up. Dinner's almost ready.
Oh, Colleen, darling, it smells wonderful. You're becoming a lovely cook for certain.
Thank you, Da.
Oh. Emily, darling, come. You look so tired. Well, sit down. I wish there was more I could do to help you.
Oh, it's not your problem. I've got to get you over this consumption.
Will I ever get over this cough?
Of course I will. In fact, Dr. Van Hall came into the shop today and he gave me some new prescriptions for you.
Yeah, it's wonderful, wonderful. Well, tell me, how was your day today?
Besides 3 people asking me if I was expecting.
I've told you thousands of times. Stripes, Emily, stripes!
Besides that, we had a fire at Lin Feng's laundry.
A fire is it? What did they do? Make you part of the bucket brigade?
Bucket brigade's a cheat, Patrick. You'll be the death of me. No, you know they had to be salvaging the whole kit and caboodle, so they brought it over to our shop.
Oh, Mother was up to her neck trying to get the soot out of the laundry.
Aye, what a mess it was. But help those in need, 'tis the best way. And I was so thankful to have Ian there to help me. What a big help he was.
He's good help for sure. Before you know it, he'll be taking over the whole thing himself. And, you know, it's been kind of a down day. Let's go out to a dance a jig. That'll put a smile on everyone's face.
It's gonna take more than a jig to put a smile on this day, Dad. I've told you before, I'm not cut out to be a tailor. I cannot abide the complainings of the grumpy rich customers. Michael, come here. Stand right there.
Get in there.
I almost strangled Mr. Silvestro the 3rd time I had to measure his inseam.
Hey!
See what I mean? See?
Not to my good chairs.
I have it in mind to become a cop, like Uncle Tommy. I crave the excitement of the streets. I want to make a difference, Da.
You're a McMillan. You'll be taking over the shop because you're the eldest. You're no more talk about this cop business.
I'll take over the shop, Da.
Ha! Da would never give the shop to a girl.
And he's not about to give it to a boy still in sharp pants either. Who was it, do you think, that bought the shop? It was her dear mother.
All right. Enough of this bickering, every last one of you, Colleen.
Well, who shall set the table?
Not me.
I'm guessing it'd be me again.
Actually, that'll be all of us. Get in there and help your sister.
Remember Mr. Silvestro, the one who wouldn't stand still to get his pants measured? Well, this is his family. A slice of life from the other side of town. Now, he and his family have been in America just about as long as we have. Yeah, that's right, they came over on the very same boat. I remember them well. Spoiled rich kids, pampered like royalty. I suspect things were quite a bit different for the likes of them. Having money sort of helps equalize you sooner rather than later.
Amen. In nomine Patri et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Mario, there's a pasta, she's a no al dente! Take it back to la cucina immediatamente!
Joseph, I was thinking, Uncle Antonio, he's bringing his cousin to work in the business, no?
Sylvia, I told you it is a nephew and he's already here.
Oh, his nephew. He's 25, maybe 26. You should invite him. He might be good for Maria, no?
Not another one, Mama. You gotta stop a meddling in her business.
Meddling?
You talk this way to your family. If we don't tell you what to do, who's gonna tell you what to do? The dock worker, he's gonna tell you what to do. No, the postman, he's gonna tell you what to do. Mamma mia! All right, so we no talking no more about finding Maria a husband. Besides, I already invited him. His name is Angelo.
What am I, Papa? We live in America now. I do not need you to matchmake for me.
If we don't, who will? You make no effort, Maria.
It won't do any good, Mama. Every time a man shows up, she breaks something or falls down or spills food on him. Not only that, but her face turns red and blotchy, and her upper lip gets all sweaty.
Oh, how dare you, you little snake!
You always are bringing a single man over for a dinner. Some a cousin, some a neighbor, some a friend of a cousin of a neighbor. You think I like all of these men are looking at my sisters?
Oh,
No.
Dante, don't be so sour. The men aren't looking at me.
Not yet.
Besides, it doesn't matter how many men Mama brings in. No one's ever going to marry Maria. We all know she's an old maid.
Why did you say he
has a sweetheart?
You have a sweetheart.
You don't know anything about my sweetheart.
What are you not
always
telling
are
your
opening
mama about
your
your
mouth,
sweetheart?
running and running and
Is she
running.
is he ashamed of us? Is he ashamed of her?
No, Mama. I don't know half of it.
What if she's from a Sicily, Dante? Oh, Mamma mia!
Sicily!
She's from Sicily!
Dio
This is
santo!
why he loves her. What's the matter with wanting you to get a husband?
The whole family is crazy.
Enough! I said enough. Come here, cara mia. I'm the head of this household, and I'm going to change the subject. Francesca, she's leaving.
Where am I going, Papa?
My little Francesca? She's getting married? No?
I'm not getting married. Am I, Papa?
No. Francesca is going to the convent to be a sister, a nun, like we've always planned.
But Joseph, so soon. She's just a baby.
Sylvia, she's old enough. She's finished her school, such a fine student. She's finished her catechism. The church will be her life now. It's what you want, no?
Papa, when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a nun. But now?
Why don't you send Maria? She can't get the man anyway. I bet Francesca could get a husband. She is covered with boys like peas on a flower. We can't even go to the opera without boys circling around her.
You would have made my life a whole lot easier if you would have sent Francesca and Maria off to the convent. And you too, Rosalie, just as soon as you're old enough.
Spacca la faccia.
Shauna, where are you? It is nearly Shabbat. Help me get everything in order.
She's always reading, Mama.
Sadie, get your sister. 5 Sabbaths will come and go before the table is set.
Yes, Mama. Shana! Set the table!
That I could have done myself. Go, find her.
If I weren't so old and stiff, I would help you, Sarah. But as it is, it would take me nearly an hour just to get up.
Must I do everything myself? Put that book down.
It's a cooking book.
I see that medical book tucked inside. What am I, a schlemazel?
Sorry, Mama. I can't help it. It is so interesting. Did you know that there are over 25 bones in your foot alone?
Those bones, they may be interesting to you, but they is painful to me, those 25 bones.
Shauna, if you were a boy, I would say read the book. But you, a girl, should be learning how to cook, how to properly cut up a chicken, run a household, find a good man.
Mama, why must I find a man? I want to become a doctor.
This is nonsense. Who has filled your head with this foolishness that a girl should want to be a doctor? A nurse, perhaps. You are a capable girl. But at your age, a nice boy is what you should be thinking about.
Is it some kind of sin that I should want to help people? I know I can do it, Mama. I know it's not common for a girl to pursue an education, but it's all I've ever wanted.
What about a husband? You, the oldest, must set the example. God knows I have suffered to bring you up properly, to teach you to stand up straight. Don't slouch when I am talking to you. You have had a decent education. What do I ask in return? Gratitude. That I can even do without. I wouldn't get it anyway.
Mama!
Shauna, I am not getting any younger. I would like to know before I die that you are married and happy and not alone in the world. And if, God willing, there should be a couple of grandchildren to hold on my lap, would that be so bad?
Mama, it's not that I don't want a husband. How can I make you understand? It's just that I want to get a degree first, become a doctor. There are so many needs. Have you been to the settlement house lately? I ache to help them. And I know I can do it, Mama.
So how come Naomi's daughter, who is 3 years younger and believe me, not the beauty you are, is already married and has 2 children? What have I done wrong that my Shauna should throw away her youth on this foolish dream and not find herself a husband while she is still something to look at?
As it happens, I know of the perfect match for Shauna, and he is from a nice Jewish home, no?
A match for Shauna? Congratulations, sis. It just so happens I've made a fine match myself. She's the prettiest thing I ever seen. Met her down at Mrs. Morgan's settlement house.
What is this talk? Who is this girl?
Her name is Francesca, Mama. She's an angel.
Francesca? That does not sound like a Jewish name. This Francesca, is she Jewish?
I don't think so, Mama. But she's good and she's kind and I love her.
Oi! Oi! Do you know what your father will do when I tell him? He will have a heart attack. That is what he will do. I promise you. Yankel, you are studying to become a rabbi, no? What kind of rabbi marries a Goya?
Mama, why do you think I want to become a rabbi? Have I ever said one word that I ever want to be a rabbi?
It has always been the dream of your father, Yankel, that one of his sons would become a rabbi.
But I would make a terrible rabbi. Herschel, he's the bookworm. Make him be a rabbi. I have other ideas.
Oh, what kind of son tells his mother that he has his own ideas?
It's that settlement house, that's what it is. First, Shauna comes home telling me she wants to become a doctor, hoy vey. And now Yankel hanging around and falling in love with a shiksa. You will not go to that settlement house any longer, do you hear?
Mama, you can't mean that. Think of how much help they've been to us. Think of Mrs. Morgan and how she saved us from those filthy tenement bosses who nearly cheated us out of everything. And Papa's citizenship. And English classes for all of us.
All right, I am not one to be ungrateful. But tell me, Shauna, must you stay there day and night? Must you dream of things that are not possible for you?
This is America. Anything is possible for those that work hard.
So, find a good husband who will work hard. This too is the American way.
I can't talk to you.
The settlement house. We spent every spare minute there, really. It was the one place that we all felt welcome and needed. Now, our parents, as thankful as they were for us to be involved in, shall we say, charitable activities, were all a bit intimidated by Catherine Morgan. That she had good intentions, no one had any doubt. But her ideas were modern. And according to our parents, the word modern meant anything that might threaten the old ways. Upset the apple cart, so to speak.
Repeat. Apple.
Apple.
Good. Again.
Again.
No, say apple.
Apple.
Good children. All right. Lion.
Lion.
Yes. Lion. Oh no. Lion.
Lion.
Good children.
Oh, Mrs. Morgan, I know I should be more patient with my parents. But how can I make them understand? They still see everything the way it was for them in Russia. I feel like my life will be wasted if I can't become a doctor. I have to be a doctor.
Sakes alive. Let me remind you of something Booker T. Washington once said. Success isn't measured by the position you achieve in life, but by the obstacles you overcome. You've come so far. Your whole family has. You must be patient. You're still young.
You're the one who put the idea in my head in the first place. Now you're saying I should not become a doctor?
Shauna Rabinovich, you would make a wonderful doctor. You're intelligent, compassionate, stubborn, not afraid of anything. But you'll need those qualities, but they need to be tempered with faith and patience. God will open and close doors for you. You must trust him. Wait on him. Now, are you going to help with Dr. Taylor's inventory or what?
Of course I will help.
Oh, what a day. Sister Agnes drilled and drilled us in our arithmetic. I thought she'd never let us out. But here I am. What can I do?
Oh, there's your brother. I'll bet he has another shipment for us. You can see if he needs any help. What have you got for us today, Dante?
I came across some box of olives.
Oh, wonderful. I'm glad it isn't another case of dried smelt. We appreciate your kindness, but not even the poorest of the poor would touch it. The olives will be lovely. You can put them in the back.
Yes, ma'am.
I've noticed that your brother makes a special effort to deliver on the days when that pretty Colleen McMullen is working.
Yes, my brother is all charm. Can I help you, Dante?
I got it. Would it be too heavy for you?
All right, then. Do you need any help, your uncle?
Oh, Francesca. Hi. Good afternoon. How kind of you to offer. Perhaps my colleague here could take over and we could plan tomorrow's lessons.
Sure, Uncle, I've got it. You go right ahead.
Hello, Francesca. Hello, Hannah.
Where have you been? I haven't seen you for days.
I know. I've tried to get here. My mother, she always seems to have other plans for me. Uncle, I have news.
What kind of news?
My parents, they've decided to send me off to fulfill my lifelong dream.
Dream? How come I've never heard about this lifelong dream?
Because I'd forgotten all about it.
And what exactly is this dream already?
I'm going to be a nun.
You can't be serious! The penguin suit? Never get married?
Yes, no husband, but you have to understand, all of my life I've wanted to help people, to be devoted to God. I thought the only way to do that would to become a nun. But now, it doesn't seem like such a good idea.
No, not at all. Just last night, my parents were talking about me becoming a rabbi. Can you imagine that? And you, a nun.
Uncle, I know now that I don't have to be a nun to help people. Mrs. Morgan meets people's needs and then gets a chance to tell them about God.
And can't you just do that? I don't want you to be a nun.
But what am I supposed to tell my parents? Uncle, what are we going to do?
Well, we've got to do something about it. Why don't we ask Mrs. Morgan for some help? Mrs. Morgan, we have a problem.
Have we?
My parents want me to be a nun, and your uncle's parents want him to be a rabbi.
I take it that's not your first choice.
It's not even on my list of choices.
I used to want to be a nun, but that was before.
Before you met your uncle?
Yes, but before I came here and saw how you helped people, serving God with your whole life. That's all I've ever really wanted to do.
So do you two see yourselves going down the path of life together? And your parents, what do they think of this?
Well, my parents, they are against it.
You've talked to your parents about this? Uncle, how could you?
I had to. In my family, they make matches. So I thought I'd make my wishes known before Mama called the matchmaker.
Going against the wishes of a parent's a serious thing. I have one question for you, though. How would you raise your family? Jewish or Catholic?
There's no use thinking about it. My parents, they would never listen. Never in a million years. They have their minds made up.
The love of a parent's a powerful thing. They only want what's best for you.
But what if all they want is to send you off to the convent?
Well, aside from your parents' plans and your affection for each other, one question still remains. How will you serve God? Jewish or Catholic? I don't envy you. You'll need favor, faith, and courage. You must seek God and His will for yourselves. Look for truth, and when you find it, don't let go.
But how will we know the truth?
Truth is tough. It won't break, nor will it hide from you for long.
I don't know where to begin. I don't know what's going to happen to me.
For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. Plans to bless you, to give you a future and a hope. Then you will call upon me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you.
And that is what you must do. Seek God with your whole heart. Done sorting clothes already, Ian?
Not exactly. Dante sort of took me spot. He's pretty good at sorting clothes, don't you know?
Under the circumstances, I would imagine so. Shauna could use a hand with the medical supplies.
Say no more. Your wish is my command.
Thank you. Sometimes making these old clothes useful gets more work than it's worth.
But if we had no work, we would not get a chance to work together, no?
Why, Dante Silvestro, are you telling me you just come down here so you can work with me?
seems like a pretty good reason to me. Why do you come?
I come because I want to help people. I want to do whatever I can to help these poor, suffering children.
That's why I like you so much. You're a saint, a real saint.
I don't know about that, but I love doing what I can.
So, what are you gonna do when you leave here?
Dante, what kind of a girl do you think I am?
I think you a pretty girl, my girl.
You seem pretty sure of yourself considering your behavior last week. I still haven't forgiven you.
Oh, to bring that back up again, I said I was sorry. I thought it was a good idea to give you a little kiss. I had waited so long, and you looked so beautiful.
And you were so drunk?
Just a few glasses of wine.
Well, I'm not interested in someone who drinks.
My bella, for you, I could have quit.
Honestly, how many times have you said that before? You're impossible, just fold the clothes.
It's probably better that you have no feelings for me. My father, he's sending me back to Italy.
Oh, Dante, you can't be serious, no!
Aha! So what you do care for me?
How could you play with my emotions like that? I'll have you know I don't care for you.
You can't fool me.
Well, I don't wish to discuss it anymore.
Colleen, let's start over.
All right, Dante.
Good. Then I invite you to the opera. It's a verde. A good idea, no?
The opera? But just the two of us?
It's a matinee, a broad daylight, at 2 o'clock. It's okay.
I believe I'll say yes to you, Mr. Dante.
Grazie.
But Shauna, you don't understand. He told me not to bring it up again.
I know. I'm sorry. You and I, we are in the same boat. We came over on the same boat, and we are still in it.
Well, I say sink it. Let's start all over and do what we want.
Yes. Follow our dreams and not worry about what everybody else thinks.
I thank God I can talk to you, Shauna. I can't talk to me da. Everyone says, how can you be so ungrateful as sick as your poor da is? I love him, and I wish him well. But to be forced into taking over the tailor shop? To never get to be a cop?
Our dreams are dashed, aren't they, Ian? My parents are determined to see me married and running a proper Jewish home. Most girls want nothing more, but I feel so trapped. Is something wrong with me that I should want to become a doctor?
There's nothing wrong with you, dear girl. But you're not most girls. You have a bundle of talent and a heart for others. You're a visionary is what you are. It's a lot to stuff into one little package.
And you would be the bravest, most kind-hearted cop New York City ever saw.
Well, that settles it. You approve of me, and I approve of you.
I only wish it were that easy.
Aye, me too.
The trying of our faith works patience, and I might add, builds character. Anything worth having, worth really having, is worth laboring for. Face your trials with joy. Put one foot in front of the other. And remember that God speaks to parents too. What a productive day. Thank you all for coming. Let's give thanks to God.
Catherine Morgan was a solid rock. An anchor, really. Always there for us. Yet at times she seemed almost invisible. She didn't want us to depend on her, but on God. And her every action pointed the way to the one who's the ultimate comforter and counselor.
Father, a new generation of Americans is growing up before my very eyes. Oh, I know their parents are new Americans too, but the real work of becoming Americans will rest on these young shoulders. They'll face new ideas and make hard choices and dream of going further than any generation has gone before them. They'll fall in love and face hardship, but they will survive and be a bridge, one generation to another, one culture to another. Won't you cover them with your love? My heart is breaking for them. Guide them as they seek you. God, it's just me, Colleen. I was wondering if you could help me to know if I should love Dante so much. You can see how quickly my heart beats when I'm near him, can't you? But he's hurting, God, and I don't know why. But you do, and you know how to help him.
I want more than anything to know the truth. Will you help me, God? And please help my parents understand how much I love Francesca. Oh, and about the rabbi thing. You really don't want me to be one, do you? I hope not.
Why, God, did you give me this burning desire to heal, to help if it is not to be? I don't understand it. I can't understand it. I know that I want with all my heart to be a doctor. I can't be a wife right now. Help me. You gave me wonderful parents. I love them, but I seem to disagree with them on everything. Is something wrong with me?
In my defense, God, I can tell you how much I love and respect my father. But you already know this. What I do want to talk to you about is my dream to become a cop. I love the streets, the people, the pulse of the city, to help innocent ones, God. When trouble strikes, I want to be there. God, you put that in me. Can you somehow smooth it over with me, Da?
I have nothing against nuns, God. But do I really have to be one? Couldn't you show me how to love you every bit as much? Just being your child. And another thing, God, about Yonkel. I love him ever so much, but I do not think my father will. What should I do? And has a Catholic ever married a Jew in the history of the world? And how did it turn out?
I'm so unhappy. My life has no meaning. I only want one desire, to love Colleen. She's a person with a light and a vision. Where I'm empty, she's full. I want to make her happy. She's the closest thing to joy that I know. No esconderme de la vida.
Hide me from life's storm.
Tenerme da dolores.
Hold me in your arms,
where we will be safe and warm. Sheltered in I lift my earnest prayer. Solevo preghiera. Lead us by your hand. Lead us by your hand. Help us understand. Teach us how to trust your plan. Lead us by your hand. Lead us by your hand. Help us understand. Teach us how to trust your plan. It seems our dreams have all been crushed and scattered. Through the tough times, leaning on each other. Increase my faith in you. When life tears me apart. Every choice I make, glorify you. Grandmother, what are you doing?
We should have uncovered mirrors in this house when there has been a death in the family.
Who has died?
It is your brother, Yanko. He has died.
Yanko? My brother? He
is
is
dead,
dead?
I tell you. Dead.
Thank God you are here, Herschel, my only son. You must tell your father the news.
Father does not know? Yes, I will go tell him immediately.
Oh, Herschel, thank God. Finally someone I can talk to.
Not now, Yanko. I have to go.
Hello.
Yanko! You're not dead! Thank God! Thank God! We must go tell Mother.
Herschel!
And Grandmother, she'll be so happy to see
Herschel, listen to me. They're upset with me. They've declared me dead.
Why would they do that? What have you done?
Well, only two things.
What two things?
Herschel, I have fallen in love with the Goya.
No. And you are training to become a rabbi?
I know.
No wonder.
And the second thing, well, Herschel.
Oi, vey, what else?
Herschel, you are my only brother. Hear me out before you react. That's all I ask.
I'm listening.
Herschel, what is the one thing we Jews are always looking for?
A successful business?
No.
A good bargain?
Not quite.
A wealthy wife? Is that it, you sly devil?
No, Herschel, I mean all Jews. Throughout history. Men and women and children. All of us.
What? The Messiah?
Yes, Herschel, the Messiah.
So that's it. Are you crazy? We have enough pressure in this house without you going crazy.
I'm not crazy. What they say is true. And I know that here, Jesus is the Messiah.
So you are no longer a Jew. You are going to turn your back on everything we have been taught.
Don't you understand? I've been blind, Herschel. But now I know the truth.
They've done this to you at the settlement house. I'm only glad that I have not been sucked into it. I'm ashamed of you, Yanko. You are dead.
Give it time, Herschel.
Never.
Well, by the time Mr. Rabinovich got close to his house, the cries of the mourners met him. Close to 50 people bewailing the death of his youngest son. Shauna told me it took 3 days to sort the whole mess out. And the poor man, he must have missed a full week of work. Yanko's grandmother insisted on putting black cloths over all the mirrors in the house. Shauna kept taking them all off, declaring it all foolishness. In an attempt to bring peace to his house, Mr. Rabinovich removed all the mirrors. Grandmother took to her bed and remains there to this day, I believe. Tommy, can you talk to Da? Get him to see things our way.
Oh, Ian, he's stubborn, he is. The question is, what are you going to do?
I only have one life to live, one chance to do what I feel I was born to do.
Well, one of the two of you is not going to get your way then.
Now that's the rub.
You should see Colleen.
She looks fanciful.
Colleen has a gentleman caller, she does. They're going to the opera.
Oh, and who's the lucky fellow?
Dante.
That Richard Tynes is always sipping the wine.
I heard that.
Oh, boys. Now don't you be insulting him. He may be your relative someday.
That's enough out of you too, Ian.
Oh, Colleen, you've always been a spirited lass. They mean you no harm, just looking out for you. So, an Italian fellow, hey?
I know what you're thinking, Uncle Tommy. But times are changing, and I'm a modern woman, and I'll think it to be civil to him when he arrives.
Modern woman.
Should be here any minute. Why do you always laugh when I say that?
Should be here by now.
Oh, you remember she's going to the opera with Dante. And don't she look lovely, my dear? Just like your mother, if I do say so myself. But
keep your skirt down. We want him looking at trays, not your legs. You do have all of your unmentionables on, don't you?
Yes, Mother.
Okay. Just checking.
Colleen, darling, why is it you have to hang out with the Italians when there's so many nice Irish boys around?
Dad, we've talked about this before.
Oh, I know. You're a modern woman.
All right, let's not get into it. She's headed out the door.
If he ever gets here, you know he's always getting lost when he's had too much of the fruit of the vine.
He won't be escorting my daughter anywhere if he's been partaking this early in the morning.
Oh, he'll be
and
here.
on a Saturday.
He'll be here any minute, don't worry.
Come on, Tommy. What's the news on the street?
Oh, that'd be a crime, and more crime.
Oh, Uncle Tommy, tell me something now. Would the new commissioner be helping at all?
Flanagan? Yeah. No, he's thick as thieves with the old boys. They handpicked him, don't you know? He's a fog of trafficking and trade-offs.
So it's pretty much more of the same then.
Aye.
Tommy, the whole city is going to hell in a handbasket.
And if it weren't for Mrs. Morgan, nobody would stand up to that brood of vipers.
Absolutely right.
You know, she reminds me of a Cheryl Bryan in her good days.
That's right.
I mean, she's not afraid to take on the police, the dirty cops, the police commissioner. I mean, God bless her soul for that.
She's a good woman. And, you know, it wouldn't hurt to have a few more honest cops on the street, you know.
I know where you're going with that. And I forbid you to mention it again.
I cannot sit by and say nothing. It's all I want. It's my dream, da!
Your dream? What about my dream? The shop, spend all those years building the shop and let it to fall into the hands of some stranger? I'd not hear any more about it.
Are you willing to see me unhappy all the days of my life? Uncle Tommy, can you help me?
You leave your Uncle Tommy out of this. I'm your da. You'll do what I say.
You're pushing me out, da. You're leaving me no choices. Your mind is a closed book.
All right, Ian. You'll speak respectfully to your father. And Patrick, we have a whole house full of children. Any one of them could take up the shop. I'll thank you not to go into a coven fit right here and now.
Stop it, all of you. He's here, and I don't want him to see you fighting like fools.
No, you look nice. Are you ready?
I'm sorry, I'm late.
He's drunk.
Oh, he is. If we hurry, Colina, we could still make it.
Dante, you promised.
Colina.
Showing up on my doorstep, late and drunk. I'm ashamed of you, I am. And I never want to see you again, ever.
Colina, give me another chance. You don't know what I've already been through this morning.
That'll be enough. You heard the lady.
You want me to? Colina, I love you. I love you. Colina!
Dante, come on now,
Ian, you know I would have never heard you say
Dante, just calm down now.
Colina!
Dante, calm down. Dante, calm down.
Colina! Get up!
Calm down.
Got in the front!
Calm down, Dante.
Where do you take? Colina, I love you! Colina! I love you! Ian, you gotta help me!
Where's Uncle Tommy taking him?
To jail!
To jail? I didn't mean for this to happen again, don't you?
I know.
Sylvia, I told you, Dante, stay away from that McMullen girl, but he's about to listen to me. I will disown him. Don't think I will not do it. I will cut him off without a penny.
Be reasonable, Joseph. I wrongly son. He only wants to take her to the opera. Ever since last night, you have been fighting with Dante. Enough already.
I don't need you to tell me what to do. I'm the head of this house. He forces me to act. He goes against my will.
Please don't be a fool.
One of my own wife calls me a fool. This house is upside down.
Papa, Mama, listen.
Leave me alone. Do not speak. Dante must marry a good girl from an Italian family. Why he's looking at this Irish dog?
Irish dog? Papa, she's...
No! Do not speak.
Joseph, do not torment your daughters as well. You turn this house upside down with your anger.
Papa, you have to try to understand Dante.
Oh, I understand this. When a house full of women try to tell me what to do, and my own son, he's gonna crazy. I'm gonna kick him out. That's what I'm gonna do. He's a no good.
Do something.
Papa, are you going to disown everyone who crosses you? Because if you are, you have to disown me too. I don't want to be a nun.
Oh, so now you're gonna tell me you're not gonna be a nun!
Papa, I don't want to disrespect you, but my plans, they've changed. I want to get married, have children. Papa, I've fallen in love.
You've fallen in love. Let me guess. He's Irish!
No, Papa, it's Yonkel.
Yonkel? Oh,
Yonkel
Mamma Mia!
Rabinovich?
No!
But he's a Jewish!
Oh,
No, you will marry Italiano and Cattolico!
Papa, I love him.
Love him? You love him?
Quickly! It's the Dante! He's in jail!
Oh, Mamma Mia, what's next? Sylvia, get to your coat. We go!
There's an old Irish saying, it's no use carrying an umbrella if your shoes are leaking. In other words, our fathers were trying to shield us with the umbrella of tradition, while lapping around their feet were countless waves of new ideas. We didn't want to disrespect them or break their hearts, but their dreams were not our dreams. Why should we lay aside our own hopes? I, for one, was tempted to throw caution to the wind, to do as I pleased. Who said the old way is best? Then again, is the new way necessarily right? This modern America, so much to think about.
On my father's knee, wrapped in his prayer shawl, we discussed the holy law, the traditions of our past. He taught me to honor God, always obey the law, respect our fellow man. Tell me what is so wrong with that? My father had a dream to pay my way through school, but times were hard and his dream would not come true. But here in America, all my sons went to Hebrew school, and I am blessed above all men.
As a lad on the cliffs of Ireland, my dad took me out to the sea. We fished and tilled the land. I learned the ways of life. This code of honor he ingrained in me. To honor God, obey the law, respect all men. Tell me what is so wrong with that? My da, he had a dream that he one day would own some land. He toiled his life away. His dream would not come true. But here in America, I own me own shop and my children work for me.
My father was a proud man, was very influential. He made our family wealthy. He never knew how much he meant to me. He taught me to honor God, always obey the law, respect our fellow man. Tell me what is so wrong with that? My father had a dream that would not come to pass. The threat of coming war brought us to the shore, America. Or will they trample underfoot tradition? Lord, we pray that they would all honor God. That they would all honor God. Always obey the law. Always obey the law. Respect our fellow man. Respect our fellow man. Tell me what is so wrong with me? What is so wrong with that?
Dante will be out of jail soon. I know it seems bad, but I think it's for the best.
When you saw him, how did he look? What did he say?
He was like a puppy with his tail tucked between his legs.
Does he hate me?
No, I'd say just the opposite. What's really troubling him is life. He's drawn to you because you have what he needs. He must find it for himself, though, or he'll never be satisfied.
I'm not sure I understand what you're saying, Mrs. Morgan.
What he needs is God. We talked about it at length. He's aware of the truth and what Christ has done for him. Now we'll have to wait and see if he embraces it. It's a time for faith.
Oh, he'll need it.
I was talking about you.
Come quick! The factory across the street is on fire! Ian is there now!
This is the end of the day. The factory will be swarming with people. We must prepare a place for the fire.
You! Organize a group of men and get a fire brigade in the north end until the fire truck arrives! A fire brigade on the north end here! All the way down here! Let's go!
What can I do?
Go get Mother and Dal and whoever else you can find and get them here!
All right.
Come on now! Come on! Here we are! Come on now, it's all right.
Here
we go.
We need buckets, water, and blankets. Go get your father. He'll
Come on
know
now,
what
it's
to
all
do.
right here.
Ian, I got down.
Dal, thank God you're here!
Come on, sit
The fire truck are arriving at last! We need to back up the line over there!
Leave it open. Expected the best.
Louis told me, thank God you're
Got a good jump on it.
organized.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, son.
No time now! Get the back on the line over there!
Who has seen your uncle? I can find him now.
He was in the front of the line, right near the building!
Oh, he went in. He was looking for some woman's daughter. I yelled at him to stop, and he didn't hear me.
My son. I must find him.
I'll go after him.
I'll go with you.
Here we go now. It's all right. You're all right. You got everything.
What do you want to play?
Give Mrs. Morgan and the medical supplies to Shauna.
Ian, have you seen your uncle?
He went in the building. They're going to look for him.
He's inside in the building.
We couldn't find him. The smoke's too thick.
Papa, my uncle.
I will find your uncle.
Papa, be careful.
On that night, we became a community. Everything petty and unimportant was burned like chaff, along with the factory. Our quarrels all vanished, and what remained was pure gold. Love for one another and a willingness to lay down our very lives for our neighbor. It's funny how the little things sort of take care of themselves when put in perspective with life and death.
I always liked extra raisins in the kugel. Makes it sweet without so much sugar. Here, Sylvia, you drop them in while I stir.
So, my Rosalie, she's got herself a sweetheart.
So young. But then again, by the time I was her age, the matchmaker had everything arranged already.
We know the family. He is Italian. But my Rosalie, she's my baby.
Oh, take heart. They all must grow up someday.
I know what you mean. I can hardly believe it. My Herschel, a rabbi with his own congregation. Where did the time go? How is Maria?
All settled in. It's so funny how these things work out. Delicioso.
I've been telling you, you need to open a deli. You'd make a fortune.
I don't know. It seems like so much work. I don't know how you manage to run 2 businesses.
Well, see now, Michael and Timothy were so interested in having their hand at the laundry that we split the business when the old Drabowski building came available. I'm working less than ever and making more money.
Well, maybe I will give it a thought. You think people would buy my food?
Oh, people would line up for it. I guarantee you. How about you, Sylvia? Now that the children are growing up, what are you going to do with yourself?
Me?
Mm-hmm. Have you any dreams?
Well, there's one thing, but it's too ridiculous.
Nothing's ridiculous. Tell us what it is.
Have you seen the aeroplane? It's like magic, like a big bird.
You would never catch me in one of those things. It's not natural.
You want to ride in an aeroplane? Aren't you brave, you dear girl?
No, I want to fly it.
A pilot?
Oh my goodness. Fly it.
What? This is America, no?
Yes, it is. I just like to see Joseph's face when you tell him.
Oh, Joseph, I forgot to get his suit to him.
Relax, relax. Timothy delivered it to him already.
Bless you.
Mm-hmm. You too. Go, get ready. Let me finish up here. She wants to be a pilot. Crazy girl.
Well, young Cole not only recovered from his burns, but he married his Francesca as well. His brother Herschel, now a rabbi, performed the ceremony along with a priest from the Silvestros family.
Mazel tov! Mazel tov! Everybody, let's dance! This is a celebration. My son, who nearly died, has chosen himself a bride.
Stand up, Herschel. A rabbi should not slouch.
Yes, Mother.
And my sister Colleen, here they are, happily married, and me da couldn't be prouder. Dante's a born tailor, don't you know? And they took over the tailor shop. Would you look at me little nephew Joseph Patrick? He's a little corker, isn't he? My dear Shauna, she's not a doctor yet, but she's in college and pursuing her dreams. And as you can tell by my handsome uniform, I am now one of New York City's finest. No more stitching and measuring for me. And it seems that one of the Silvestro's daughters was destined to become a nun, Maria. No longer does she have to be the subject of her mother's matchmaking schemes. Grandmothers on all sides are adjusting, adoring their great-grandson, taking him to the park, swapping recipes, and even learning English.
I would like to propose a toast to my daughter Francesca and her husband, Yankel Rabinovich. Yeah, whatever. Lift a glass to this unique couple, and may they live a happily ever after, in spite of us. Salute!
And what of Catherine Morgan, you might be asking? Well, still taking on injustice whenever she sees it, and fiercely proud of us, her immigrants. Now, with all due respect to Mrs. Morgan, I never really bought into the whole melting pot theory. You see, I always saw America more as a tapestry. Each color of thread different, yet when woven together, something marvelous to behold. Now, I'm not a philosopher, but I believe it was God himself who brought us here. I believe it was his heart that first echoed the words on the base of the Statue of Liberty. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shores, send these homeless tempests tossed to me.
trusting in your